from the standpoint of, so I played in the national championship and I basically went to the draft right after, got picked. And then you basically pack up and move. Like, you're moving in April, you don't even finish senior year.
Rookie seasons are a roller coaster of emotions, full of unforgettable moments and behind-the-scenes struggles. Caitlin Clark takes fans inside her electrifying debut season, revealing untold stories that will surprise and captivate. Get ready to uncover the hidden truths of her journey to greatness.
I would say, like, I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think
really
And like,
that's
all in a good way. Like, I mean, things just change really fast. Like, as you guys know, like, that's just how the world works. And especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too.
Caitlin Clark, the basketball phenom who dazzled in college, recently shared the intense pressure she faced transitioning from NCAA stardom to the WNBA. As the projected #1 draft pick, she felt the weight of immense expectations, revealing that the challenges of this leap were far beyond what most would expect.
I think so, but yeah.
We were not drafted in the first round. What was it like being a first round pick?
Oh, well,
Or
I felt
first
like,
pick, I
so
should say.
it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
because of COVID, I could have actually gone back to school for a 5th year.
What, were you considering that?
Well, early
I
on,
mean,
yes.
It looked like you were having a good old time over there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It looked like you were having a
I
good
mean,
time.
it's college. Like, you're there with your friends, and like the game's just easier. Like, it's just how it is. And you don't want that chapter of your life to end. Like, it's fun.
I hear
Like,
you.
Caitlin Clark's dominance at Iowa earned her widespread recognition, drawing comparisons to basketball legends. Yet the fame she gained in college came with immense pressure, a constant expectation to maintain perfection and transition smoothly into the professional world, a challenge far greater than anyone could have imagined.
We heard you got your first recruiting letter in 7th grade. Is this true?
yeah.
That's insane. Were you playing with high schoolers at this point?
Yeah, it's honestly sad. Like, where college, like, recruitment has kind of gone, it's just insane. But also, I feel very fortunate. Like, my parents, they told my older brother, like, go get the mail. Like, we don't want your sister to see that. They, like, wanted me to be in 7th grade and, like, enjoy middle school and, like, hang out with your friends. Like, you shouldn't be worrying about where you're going to college. So I didn't really take any visits until, like, after my freshman year. And then I didn't decide until my senior.
For Caitlin Clark, the end of her college career, which should have been filled with celebration, was instead dominated by the looming pressure of the WNBA draft. The excitement of her team's victories and the cheers of fans were replaced by constant worries about contracts, professional expectations, and the challenges she would face in making the transition to the professional level, overshadowing the joy of her final collegiate season. The weight of being the top draft pick took away the simple pleasures of the game she had always loved.
Just so unlike any other professional sport, really, from the standpoint of, so I played in the national championship and I basically went to the draft right after, got picked, and then you basically pack up and move. Like, you're moving in April, you don't even finish senior year of college. And I guess for you guys, like, what was it? You go to the combine. How long do you have to prepare for the combine? A few months, and then
Yep.
you get drafted, and you still got a little time to get acclimated to the new city.
For sure.
You know, you have camp, whatever. Like, it's not like that. Like, camp for us is like a week and a half.
The transition from college to the WNBA proved to be far from easy for Caitlin Clark. She spoke about the exhausting schedule, with back-to-back games, constant travel, and the intensity of the competition, all of which left her drained. Unlike the more relaxed college schedule, the WNBA season demanded constant attention and energy. After a rigorous NCAA tournament, Clark had little time to unwind before jumping into professional basketball. The rapid shift left her feeling disoriented. On top of the physical strain, being the face of a franchise added immense mental pressure, constantly reminding her of the weight of expectations.
The NBA ratings would be down.
Honestly, like, I feel like the average just like basketball fan doesn't understand how good NBA players are, and they think it looks like they're not trying. I promise you they're trying. They're just like so good. Like, that's why it looks like they're not trying. And obviously the physicality of the league has changed a lot, and I wasn't around when it was like much more physical, and maybe people want more like beef and physicality, and people think it's gotten soft. But I think that's also because the skill has just changed, and like That's what's great about basketball. Like, it's always evolving. Like, it's going to be different than when MJ played. It's going to be different in 10 years than it is now. So it's hard for me to like put my finger on like why it has gone down. And also it's competing against a lot of football right now. You have to take that into consideration. Like, football is just, that's America's favorite thing.
The pressure Caitlin Clark faced extended beyond basketball. Media obligations, sponsorship deals, and the constant social media spotlight created a whirlwind of stress that was difficult to manage. At times, the overwhelming nature of it all left her feeling tense. Yet, through it all, Clark's resilience and determination stood strong.
So no one has had a more discussed transition to the WNBA than Caitlin Clark, obviously. Her welcome to the WNBA experience, welcome to reality experience was the topic of many headlines, conversations, and the way that she was received, the words pettiness and jealousy and other things were thrown out there a lot.
As Caitlin Clark continues her journey, both on and off the court, her evolution is a testament not only to her undeniable basketball talent, but also to the mental strength she's cultivated under immense pressure. The constant fixture congestion, a nightmare for any athlete, became her reality. It wasn't just the back-to-back games, it was the whirlwind of travel, intense practices, and the stress of consistently performing at the highest level. Every day felt like a blur, with the constant demands of preparation, recovery, and competition taking precedence over rest. In such an environment, reflection or relaxation became rare luxuries, replaced by the relentless drive to stay sharp and ready for the next challenge. Yet, through it all, Clark exhibited a remarkable resilience. She became the cornerstone her team leaned on, not just for her skills, but for her ability to rise to the occasion when needed. Fans, coaches, and teammates all knew the weight she carried.
I think there's so many ways that I can continue to get better, and I feel like there were so many ways I could have been even better this year, and that's what gets you going and gets you fired up, and you want to continue to keep playing. But at the same time, that's what stinks about the season ending is I felt like we were really starting to find our groove.
Every move Caitlin Clark made on the court, every sprint, every pass, every shot, was analyzed, dissected, and commented on by fans and experts alike. Despite this intense scrutiny, she carried herself with impressive composure, while beneath the surface, the pressures continued to mount. But the emotional weight of her journey wasn't just physical. When the moment finally arrived, and Caitlin was named the first overall pick in the WNBA draft, it was both a dream fulfilled and a reality check. While the accomplishment was the result of countless hours of dedication, when it came to fruition, Caitlin felt a blend of pride and quiet humility. The achievement was monumental, yet the journey was far from over. The first pick was just a chapter, not the final destination, and Caitlin understood that the work and expectations ahead would only increase.
I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think
really
And
that's
all in a good way. Things just change really fast, as you guys know. That's just how the world works, and especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy, looking back at a year ago today or around this time, I was just beginning my senior year of college. And obviously, people knew who we were and people attended our games, but it's obviously not on the magnitude that it is now.
In the intense and hyper-competitive world Caitlin Clark navigated, there were no guarantees. Every victory was accompanied by setbacks, and every moment of success was built on hours of hard work, often unseen. She knew better than anyone that nothing in this world came without sacrifice, which only made her accomplishments more meaningful. What set Caitlin apart wasn't just her incredible talent, it was the mindset that drove her. She didn't see becoming the first pick in the WNBA draft as a validation, but as an ongoing challenge to prove herself. It was an invitation to honor the faith others had in her by continuing to push beyond what was expected. As her intense schedule slowly shifted to a more reflective off-season, Caitlin remained as grounded as ever, determined to keep growing, confident in her abilities, and humble in her accomplishments. When Caitlin opened up about the whirlwind year that had tested her physically and mentally, her voice trembled slightly. It wasn't a story of complaint, but one of resilience. showcasing her strength in the face of relentless pressure. The demands placed on her seemed never-ending, a constant carousel of commitments that blurred the lines between her personal and professional life. She entered her college season with a singular focus: to leave it all on the court and carve out her place in basketball history. And she did, leading her team to one incredible victory after another, thrilling fans and critics alike. But the transition from college to professional basketball wasn't smooth. Drafted by the Indiana Fever, Caitlin found herself thrust into the high-pressure world of the WNBA much sooner than expected. With the league's grueling schedule overlapping with the conclusion of her college commitments, Caitlin had no time to recover, physically or mentally. The intense pace tested her in ways she had never experienced before.
I got his number and sent him a text message that was like, hey man, like I would love to get in the gym with you and work for 2 or 3 days. I can come to you. Like I want to get better and I want to learn from you. He said to meet us at the gym at 7 o'clock and we're there at 6:15, like early. 7:30, no Kobe. So we're like, all right, let's just hit him up.
The grind was relentless. Caitlin's rookie season with the Fever demanded nothing short of perfection, despite her newcomer status. Her raw talent and fierce determination were obvious, but even the most committed athletes have their breaking points. The non-stop cycle of practices, games, travel, and media obligations left her desperately longing for just a moment of peace. Then came another weight to bear: Team USA. With her name officially on the roster, Caitlin now had to seamlessly shift into international play, adding a whole new level of pressure. When the announcement broke that the Olympics would offer a temporary respite from the WNBA's grueling schedule, Caitlin felt an overwhelming sense of relief, one she hadn't allowed herself to feel up until that point. It wasn't merely a physical break, it was a mental lifeline. Those weeks away were transformative. Caitlin took the time to rest, refocus, and reflect. Simple pleasures, a warm cup of coffee, quiet walks, unhurried conversations with loved ones, helped her reclaim a sense of balance. For the first time in months, she allowed herself to just be. As she stepped away from the court, she rediscovered the joy of simply existing outside the demanding spotlight. When she returned to the court, Caitlin was a different player, fueled by a renewed sense of purpose. Though the pressures hadn't eased, the Olympic break gave her clarity on why she'd started this journey in the first place.
How are you handling all the pressure?
Honestly, I feel like it's something that just comes with it, and honestly, I don't feel a lot of it. I think it's kind of just come with how I've carried myself and how I've, gone about my business every single day, and I think that's what I try to do the most. But at the same time, I always remind myself, this is a team sport. I have a lot of people to rely on, and then outside of basketball, I always rely on my friends and my family to be there and support me. So I think those are the biggest things. I never really...
Caitlin Clark has revolutionized the world of basketball, especially with her deep-range shooting and exceptional ability to score from what seems like impossible distances. Her skills have sparked a conversation beyond the court, with many speculating on the future of the game. One potential change is the introduction of a 4-point line, which could elevate a player like Caitlin to even greater heights. Known for her ability to casually sink shots well beyond the current 3-point line, Caitlin's range leaves defenders with tough decisions. Pick her up early at half-court, risking defensive mismatches, or hang back and hope she misses, a gamble she rarely lets them win. Her incredible shooting forces opponents to rethink their strategies and could lead to a seismic shift in how basketball is played. Imagine a game where a 4-point line exists, giving players like Caitlin even more freedom to redefine the boundaries of scoring, making the sport even more exciting and unpredictable. The future of basketball might just be tailored to players like her.
I don't know.
What do you think about a 4-point line?
I love that. Let's do it.
That's
a
actually
great idea.
genius. That is
Adam
genius.
Silver, 4-point line.
How does the criminal justice major come up with the best marketing plan right here?
Sometimes you just got to open your eyes, Jason. Look at the sheet of paper in front of you.
Or we could get just 2 spots.
Yeah.
What about you're saying that everybody's questioning how physical the game is. What do you think a hockey style fight once a game? Just everybody picks a fighter.
Who doesn't like a
boxing
good hockey
gloves
style
so
fight?
nobody
2-minute
gets too
penalty
hurt.
boxing. You can come back in. You don't get ejected.
That's what I'm saying.
All
This dude's
right.
got some reach on him.
Bring
That's
that
what the
physicality
hockey
back.
guy wants that.
If basketball introduced a 4-point line, strategically placed farther from the hoop, it could transform the game. For Caitlin Clark, it would be an ideal fit, enhancing her already extraordinary long-range shooting. She's proven her ability to drain shots from deep, leaving defenders in disbelief, and a 4-point line would amplify this skill, making her an even more formidable offensive force. The impact would go beyond Caitlin's individual performance. It would revolutionize the game itself. Court spacing would evolve, with defenses extending further to guard players like Caitlin, who could score from near half court. Coaches would devise new strategies to exploit this extended range, opening up more opportunities to either capitalize on the extra points or exploit the newfound space closer to the basket. For Caitlin, this shift would be a natural progression of her game, setting the stage for record-breaking achievements and unforgettable moments. The addition of a 4-point line would not only enhance her dominance, but change the strategic landscape of basketball as a whole.
Talking about shooting, the WNBA and the ability to shoot, she by far exceeds what the WNBA players are able to do today. And it wouldn't be surprising to me if Caitlin Clark walks in the WNBA and is a WNBA All-Star immediately. And it wouldn't surprise me if she walked in there and was the MVP of the league.
The cultural impact of a 4-point line would be profound. Basketball has always thrived on awe-inspiring moments, and Caitlin Clark's deep shots would be even more electrifying. Picture a packed arena erupting as Caitlin sinks a buzzer beater from the 4-point line, securing the win and confidently raising 4 fingers to the crowd. Such moments would become legendary, solidifying her legacy as a trailblazer in basketball's new era. A 4-point line wouldn't just elevate Caitlin, it would elevate the entire sport. It would inspire future generations to push the limits of their range, creativity, and boldness. Caitlin Clark, with her fearless shooting style and ability to captivate audiences, stands at the forefront of this possible future. Her shots already defy convention, and a 4-point line would merely formalize her brilliance. For Caitlin and for basketball, this could mark the beginning of an extraordinary transformation, one that redefines the game and leaves an indelible mark on its history.
41 points now headed to the championship game. How locked in are you right now?
I'm locked in, but these group of girls, they give me all the confidence in the world, and I just felt really good coming into this game about this group. We had a belief that we could come in here and do this when nobody believed in us other than the people in our program, and that's all that matters. That's all you need.
Caitlin Clark has emerged as a symbol of excellence and resilience in women's basketball, captivating fans with her exceptional talent and unwavering determination. Recently, she shared the highs and lows of her journey, offering a rare insight into the pressures that come with being a trailblazer in a sport still fighting for its place in the limelight. Her candid reflections highlight not only the significant challenges she's faced, but also the immense strength she's drawn upon to thrive. As a result, Caitlin has not only led the Indiana Fever back to prominence, but also redefined the role of women's basketball players in the public eye. From the moment Caitlin made her mark as a collegiate sensation, her star power was undeniable. Her ability to deliver jaw-dropping plays, paired with her fierce passion and competitive edge, quickly earned her a loyal following. But with that fame came overwhelming expectations. Caitlin was no longer just an athlete. She became a role model, a spokesperson for women's sports, and a beacon of empowerment for many, embracing the responsibility with grace and grit.
I thought we just came out and played really aggressive. I think that was, kind of our mission from the jump is come out and attack, and that's what we did for 3 quarters. I thought our 4th quarter was a bit disappointing, but it's hard to attack in transition when you can't stop the ball. We didn't get stops on defense, but overall, I thought we played 3 quarters of really good basketball, especially offensively, and then 2 good quarters in the first half, especially on defense.
Every game Caitlin played, every interview she gave, and every tweet she posted was scrutinized and amplified. The weight of being a celebrity athlete was immense, but Caitlin embraced it with poise, understanding that her platform could inspire countless young girls to pursue their dreams. Still, the pressure was unrelenting. and Caitlin was open about the mental toll it took to balance her professional responsibilities with the demands of fame. Caitlin's arrival brought a surge of talent, energy, and hope. She didn't just play basketball, she led, raising the team with her vision, skill, and unwavering belief in their potential. Her impact was immediate and transformative. The Fever went from underdogs to contenders, with Caitlin orchestrating their resurgence like a masterful conductor. Off the court, Caitlin's openness about her struggles and triumphs resonated deeply, connecting with fans on a personal level and reinforcing her role as both a leader and a trailblazer.
I don't think there's nobody in our league should be facing any sort of racism, hurtful, disrespectful, hateful comments and threats.
Caitlin Clark's journey is a testament to perseverance and passion, inspiring a new generation to chase their dreams and carve out their own space. She's more than just a basketball player. She's a beacon of hope and a trailblazer, proving that with heart and determination, anything is possible. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.